We be live.
Hell yeah. Welcome, patrons, to the fucking patrons section of this shit.
That's right. Sorry we were a couple minutes late. You can blame it on me if you want, but YouTube is being a piece of shit. I had to try various times and switch servers various times to get a stable connection.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? YouTube is being a piece of shit?
Yes.
YouTube is... You mean to tell me YouTube is being a piece of shit, Paul?
100%. 100%. YouTube is being a piece of shit.
That hurts my heart to hear you say, because YouTube is so near and dear to my heart. Never have they ever fucking done wrong by me, Paul.
Never.
Not once.
Not once. Not one time.
Armed. Here's a happy story, Paul. You're gonna like this one. Armed out-of-state bounty hunters, assisted by BPD, storm the wrong house. Oh, heartwarming tale.
What the fuck?
With guns drawn in the middle of a cold winter's night, home security video captures armed bounty hunters with their fingers on the trigger, pointing a gun at Seneca Babcock resident Jake Reinhardt on his property at Oakdale Place. Up until that point, I had thought it was a mistaken address, he said. Barefoot and barely clothed, Reinhardt said he was ordered to leave his home. In the surveillance video, you could see him walking out to the porch, visibly shaken. On video, he lets the bounty hunters know his 3-year-old daughter and wife are in the back room sleeping. The bounty hunters, who Reinhardt said are from out of state, point a gun at him as he orders them to put the gun down. They then ask where his relative is. The person they're looking for does not reside here, does not live in this house, and has never lived here, he said. Still, the hunters enter the home anyway. Reinhardt can be starting to ask if they have a warrant. Can I see it, he said. But they ask him to step aside, not producing any paperwork, instead walking through the home with guns drawn. In the back, his wife, who is 8 months pregnant with their young daughter. What's more troubling, Reinhardt says he saw 2 Buffalo police officers looking on. He thinks the search is official police business. He can be heard on video asking the bounty hunters if they're Buffalo police. The raid didn't stop there. Video shows the armed men going upstairs to his tenant's apartment, where there were other children, including a baby. This time, the armed men were caught on baby camera with their guns drawn, storming the house. While this is going on, 2 Buffalo police officers stand on Reinhardt's porch. They can be heard questioning what agency the bounty hunters are with. I don't even know what agency that is either, one officer said. Me neither, said the other. I think they're from PA. When they don't turn up in who they're looking for, the bounty hunters and police leave.
I mean, dude.
What?
This is fucking...
Yeah.
This is absurd. Arrest and lock up these fucking idiots. Put them in jail. They fucking stormed a private citizen's house with a gun.
Yeah. With police there as, like, basically facilitating this whole thing. Just like, yeah, it's fine. Just do what you do. Go in there and fucking, you're bounty hunters. You know what's up. Here's some video footage. I wish I could make it full screen, but apparently this website's not going to let me do that. So,
well, I mean, it's as full screen as I can make it here on this end. So at least we can kind of see. Oh, yeah, they're just like,
yep,
guns drawn, pulling him out of the house, banging on his door in the middle of the fucking night. A bunch of people milling around with guns. His wife's in there, 8 months pregnant.
Yeah, I'll just go into your house. It doesn't matter. You're not wearing your mask right, though, buddy.
These cops don't even know where these bounty hunters are from.
Oh, where'd you guys say you're from again?
Yeah, what are the protocols for a bounty hunter executing a fucking warrant with a gun drawn? Like, what are the...
Buffalo Common Council President Darius Pridgeon is calling for a review on the Buffalo Police Department's policy regarding bounty hunters and their rights. Pridgeon says he has some serious concerns. Generally, I'm very concerned if bail bondsmen are allowed to do what our local police departments can do, and that is enter a house without a warrant. From what I'm being told, it could be any house. Meanwhile, the bail bond company out of Lebanon, Pennsylvania, saying in part, when credible information is received concerning the fugitive's whereabouts, agents work with local police to locate and detain the fugitive. So basically just a non-statement from them.
Basically end up breaking into someone's house. Yeah.
A source from the Buffalo Police Department says there is no policy regarding bounty hunters and police involvement. Well, then what the fuck was going on here then?
Yeah.
If there's no policy, then why the fuck did we see this happen then? Like, that doesn't make sense.
The cops literally assisted this happening at every step from what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were present. They never fucking intervened in any way, shape, or form. So, you know, you got to kind of assume they were there with these bounty hunters, you know? So I don't really fucking get it.
Doesn't make a whole lot of fucking sense, but whatever. Welcome to the new dystopia where nothing has to make sense and people can just show up with guns in the middle of the night at your house. Oh, wrong place. No worries. Hey, at least this guy had the right color of skin to not get shot during this.
That's true.
You know, if he walked out tatted up with some darker skin, this likely would have went real wrong. So
slightly different.
That white privilege card jumping in.
The new dystopia, Paul. I mean, it's kind of new. It wasn't this much of a dystopia. That, I mean, like, you know, I mean, like, granted, things have never been great, but you know, and I feel like in a lot of ways, shit's getting worse.
Things are kind of really not great better, now.
So
things are super ungreat right now.
Super double plus ungood.
I mean,
yes.
the fucked up reality is a lot of this shit probably just happened and like no one just ever knew about it. There was not all the evidence we have now. Now we have cameras everywhere and devices everywhere, so it's just easy to see like, wow, the world's a lot more fucked up than you thought.
Dude, Maryland. Does your depravity know no bounds, Maryland? Come on. Look,
I have defended Manson several times now, TJ, but you know what? That defense ends tonight.
Corey fucking Feldman Manson.
The smoking gun has been delivered.
Poor Corey Feldman, who's already been victimized by everyone else. You got to go and victimize him too. What the fuck, Manson? All right, I want you guys to fucking hear this harrowing story of horror.
I want the image, though. This is proof right here. So they met, so there's no denying it.
Yep, this is a photo to prove that, you know, what happened.
Little provenance.
The night Marilyn Manson tried to use and abuse me as his play toy by trying to manipulate me into breaking my 5 year of sobriety to snort cocaine with him, while gaslighting me for his press tour on mechanical animals was where the decades-long mental and emotional abuse began. Luckily, I was not physically harmed that night as we got out safely, but that was just the beginning of my nightmare. Hashtag I stand with Evan and any and all survivors of his demented abuse. Manson has been obsessed with me for over 2 decades. Don't believe me? Just look at the published facts. He first wrote several passages about me in his book, Long Hard Road Out of Hell, as we had met a few months prior to that at a premiere for Howard Stern Private Parts in New York, where the hashtag grooming process began. He grabbed my face in front of the crowd and kissed me with his black lipstick that I couldn't rub off all night. He proceeded to gush over me, telling me he was a huge fan, what a huge fan of mine he was. He then introduced me to his BFF, Billy Corgan. All of this is documented in his book. He brags about it as if I was a special needs person he was making fun of. However, this encounter is not only talked about in his book, but also discussed in a at Jenna Can't Lose autobiography. She notes his obsession with me there, but several months passed before he released the book, making me aware of his two-sided nature. Before the book came out, Manson heavily pursued a friendship with me, telling me I was his idol, telling me he actually got his whole style by watching my film, Dream a Little Dream, and my character, Bobby Keller, was the inspiration for his entire look. I don't know if that was hashtag truth, but he used it as a way to manipulate me. Months later, he called me on Xmas morning to wish me a Merry Christmas and invite me to dinner party.
Canceled. Wished him a Merry Christmas?
That's fucking horrible.
Canceled.
And to a dinner party around the release of his book at the fancy Indian Hollywood hang Dar Macabre, where customers sit around on pillows, as in traditional Indian style. When I walked in the room, it was quite clear I was the guest of honor, as the whole room stopped to take pictures of the moment as he hugged me and grabbed my hand and led me to the table by his side. The pic is from that moment. We went back to his home where the nightmare began. He has messed with my life ever since. Seems like that story stops right before the fucking...
Yeah. Well, the nightmare he's talking about is where he's trying. He says he tried to manipulate him into doing coke.
Right.
Night. That's the nightmare.
So scroll up, TJ. Let's see this picture here, man.
Yeah.
You know what? It looks like an abusive relationship for sure. Looks like Corey Feldman does not even want to be there. Manson is literally holding him physically in place.
You have to stay here with me, Corey Feldman.
Stay here.
Can I
I'm
ask
wishing
a question?
you a Merry Christmas. You want to do cocaine with me? And then he asked me to do cocaine.
Who in Hollywood did not abuse Corey Feldman? That's what I want to know.
And follow-up question, who in Hollywood did Marilyn Manson not abuse?
Well, the list goes on.
Yeah.
The list goes on. A bunch of really like non-issues. That thing is filled with like the one problem I think he lists there is Marilyn trying to force him to do cocaine with him or something. Everything else is like, and then he called me on Christmas Day to wish me a warm and happy holiday. It's like, what?
And invite me to a dinner in my honor.
He threw me a great dinner party in my honor. At a great place with great food. It's like, huh?
Dude, I want to be abused if that's like, and then he wants me to do cocaine with him. It's like, dude, someone like me or TJ would be like, that'd be awesome. I don't know if that's grooming. You know what? Maybe I'm down for.
But
this
you know, Manson jacked this whole. I mean, you can see here, Manson jacked this whole Corey Feldman fucking style, dude.
I mean, obviously,
it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, Corey Feldman has abused me with his music. By the way.
Oh God, have you listened to that shit? You listened to it?
Yeah. There's one called. There's one called Ascension Millennium that has got to be one of the worst songs ever made in the history of songs.
I would rather listen to Eddie Murphy's single, whatever the fucking was, 1,000 times.
Easily. Hold on.
Then listen to Corey Feldman once.
Hold on. I want to show you something.
See if you can just find that live performance that he did of it, because that is one of the cringiest things that you will ever see.
It was on some morning show.
He got a tooth knocked out at one live performance.
Hold on. I first want you to just soak this in for a second.
Yeah, that's his. That's the album cover.
This is one of his albums. He's actually released 4 albums. This is Angelic to the Core.
Yeah.
Got it. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
I want you to let me let you hear this.
Oh God. I'm sorry, I almost threw up.
I mean, dude,
no, man.
If you'd asked me, like, make a shitty parody of what you think this will sound like, what you just played would have been it. Angelic to the core, angelic to the core. And it's like you literally played that. And that's what it was.
If I can find, let me try and find something for you, TJ. I'm gonna try and find that fucking live performance. Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is. Sorry, Matt Jarbo. It's I can't remember. I'm just gonna do Corey Feldman cringe.
Was it on the Today Show? Because
it might have been.
It was something like that. Corey Feldman cringe. Yeah, Corey Feldman and the Angels Go For It Today Show.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Yeah. That's the one. This is the cringiest shit that I've ever seen in my life. You might want to skip ahead a little bit. Don't skip too far ahead though, because he doesn't start at the mic. You have to see how he gets to the mic. So back it up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, start. You have to see how this whole thing starts. Okay, right here, you can start it.
I'm going to play it without the music for a second.
Sure. You don't need the music. Trust me.
He's working it, man. I've never seen music like this.
Oh, no.
Okay, so skip ahead a little bit until you see an African-American gentleman come onto the stage.
Okay.
Because if you think this doesn't get worse, you're wrong. At some point, he is joined by an African-American, and this is to legitimize him. You have to let them hear this part.
Cause all she wanna do is work. All we wanna do is work. Now just watch Feldman twerk. All we wanna do is party, get your...
By the way, that lyric that you heard was indeed, now let's watch Feldman twerk. You may have missed it. Now let's watch Feldman twerk.
I don't want to.
Now let's watch Feldman twerk.
Corey Feldman abused me.
I told you. He's abused us all with this.
Oh, no.
You say get it. Come on now, get it. Say it with me, get it.
Get it away. Get it away. No.
I've never seen a stiffer performer than Corey Feldman.
No.
He's so stiff, man. He's a fucking chill.
Well, I'm sorry I had to do that to our patrons, but they needed to know the depths.
Go for it.
The depths of cringe.
This is like the incel wannabe version of Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. It's like the bastard incel son of Marilyn Manson and Michael Jackson or some shit.
And fucking Vince Vega from fucking Pulp Fiction.
Vic Vega,
yeah. That's the one. Oh,
wait, no.
Okay.
Is he? No, wait. Vic Vega's the other Vega brother.
Yeah, Vince.
He is Vince
right?
Vega.
Yeah, Vince Vega.
You were right.
We're idiots. Who
Vince
cares?
Vega.
We're just a bunch of dumb fucks. What do you expect from us? Philly police contract fight is on. FOP seeks 5% accountability bonus for body cam use. I'll let that sink in for a minute.
Good, man. You know what, TJ?
Uh-huh.
If they're gonna carry around a body cam in their body, does it weigh more?
Hey, listen.
I guess it does.
If you're going to ask me to act like an officer of the law and to do my duties as contractually obligated all the time because I'm always being taped, you're going to have to kick up the pay a little bit. You know what I mean? You have to kick up the pay a little bit if you want me to be a decent fucking person.
A 5% accountability pay boost for wearing body cameras, a 5% residency differential for living within city limits, a $2,400 annual clothing and maintenance allowance, triple overtime for appearing in court for 2 consecutive days an officer would normally have off. These are some of the demands the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 5 has put forward for the next Philadelphia Police Department contract. Accountability pay. So, wait. We got to deal with being accountable for our fucking actions now. Well, we deserve a raise for that.
Oh, we have to
We deserve a little fucking raise for that shit.
We actually have to live in the communities we police. Gonna need
Another
a raise for that shit.
And if we have to testify 2 days in a row, triple overtime. Triple fucking overtime.
It's ridiculous.
Look, you know, it's funny that people would even when we talk about these labor issues and movements, especially Paul, it's like that's why this exists, because look what these cops are doing, because they have a union. They can go, we want all this shit, and they're probably gonna end up getting most of it, or at least some of it.
Well, I mean, the police unions remain because they're part of the upper power structure, and so they were never attacked. And so they remain.
They were fine.
And now, as payment for being part of the upper power structure, the police have become this dystopian nightmare force. But they have the backing of one of the most powerful unions in terms of lobbying power and ability to get contracts for their members in America. They're up there with the teachers' unions as the strongest union in America. And the Teamsters. The Teamsters still got a lot of union members.
South American scientists unearthed skull of ancient 12-foot-tall ground sloth.
Hey, we covered this guy on this on the show. We covered this guy.
Yep.
In a rare skull find dating back approximately 3.58 million years ago, paleontologists in Argentina have unearthed what they consider to be one of the oldest known fossils of the extinct mega ground sloth named Megatherium americanum.
I remember we specifically covered this guy. So that's cool.
Yeah. So here is the skull. little update on that, I guess. Yeah. Here's the skull that they recovered, the fragment there.
This is kind of some positivity right here. I don't know if I was the one that pulled this one, but.
Oh, I guess it doesn't play the noise when I do that. Sorry.
It's okay. I got you covered, TJ.
So yeah, this is
That's basically
cool. Not really much to say, I guess. We did cover this, so it's kind of neat that this discovery has happened.
It's rare to find something that big and intact, dude. It really is. So, I mean, anything you can do to better understand evolution. I mean, like you have the discoveries like this, it only helps.
Dude, all the bad shit that went on today, hey, at least they discovered a big old Hankin sloth. They found the skull of a big old Hankin sloth. So it can't be all bad, right?
Yeah, and it'll give us more clues to how they live their lives having that piece. I'm not sure if they already have, I guess as rares. I guess they maybe have a few other of them, but it might confirm some theories. Yeah.
As we sit here on this smoldering husk of a planet waiting to collapse, we've learned a little bit more about an animal that came before us and disappeared. So now we know how to go quietly into that good night, like the mega sloth did. You're right.
Hey.
So,
what's next, TJ?
Biden administration.
I depressed TJ with that shit, dude. I depressed him.
Biden administration will continue to seek Assange extradition.
Oh, shock.
What did you expect? Oh, yeah, let go the guy that told a bunch of fucking truth about American military operations and turned the naturally positive feeling about American war into a naturally negative feeling. Yeah, let's persecute the fuck out of this guy. What did you expect from Joe Biden?
Well, not only that, I mean, it's kind of surprising. I guess it's not too surprising that Trump didn't fucking offer any sort of pardon or anything like that. But
no.
You know, Assange, of course, did leak a lot of info on the DNC itself, and I think we all know that Biden is extraordinarily beholden to the DNC as an organization.
What?
So,
no.
So, of course, this is absolutely no surprise.
TJ, he seeks to act only in the best interest of the American people. How dare you say that he's beholden?
Well, yeah, of course. And this is an enemy.
I find your remark personally offensive, TJ.
Enemy of the people, of course. U.S. President Joe Biden's administration will continue to seek the extradition of WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange from the United Kingdom to the United States. Spokesman Mark Raimondi said on Tuesday that Washington would continue to challenge a British judge's ruling last month that Assange should not be extradited because he's at risk of taking his own life. District Judge Vanessa Barretzer said in her January 4th decision that Assange's mental condition is such that it would be oppressive to extradite him to the United States. The judge set Friday as a deadline for the U.S. appeal to appeal her ruling. We continue to seek his extradition, Raimondi told reporters. His comment comes a day after nearly 24 civil liberty, human rights, and press freedom groups signed an open letter urging the U.S. Justice Department to forego the appeal and drop the underlying indictment against Assange. The WikiLeaks founder is facing 17 espionage charges, one charge of computer misuse, which carries a maximum sentence of 175 years in prison.
Man, talk about fucking shooting the messenger, huh? I mean, that's all that really the story boils down to is let's fucking shoot the messenger because he just uncovered the truth about what was going on through cables and leaks that people didn't want known, like soldiers fucking killing innocent people and laughing about it. I mean, this horrendous fucking shit on WikiLeaks. And instead of saying, why the fuck did all that happen? Let's focus on what this guy did. It's a fucking farce, man.
Listen,
if they
Jack,
extradite him, there's been no fucking justice here.
Listen, fat. Listen.
Listen, fat.
My daddy used to say, loose lips, crash cars, Joey. And that's what happened here. The American people, their secrets. They're closely held secrets. They're electoral secrets. They're secrets of their military and how the military operated. We don't know how many of our boys died. We don't know how many of our boys died due to Julian Assange. Loose lips.
Yeah.
Crash cars. And in America, we like crashing cars. I went down to the destruction derby right before COVID. Had a really good time. Got a couple of Miller Lights. Watched down to Prestel. And I watched the Destruction Derby. Like my dad used to take me to that. And he'd say, Joey, that's America out there. Crashing into each other. And we got to crash into this fucking Assange guy. I'll tell you that much. We got to run him over. Because he told too much. He told. You know?
He's
he told things.
Yeah.
He told things the American people weren't ready to know.
Yeah,
Destructive things.
I mean,
Jack,
look at him.
What'd you say, Fat? Sorry.
Oh, I was just agreeing with you.
Not
sir.
you, the other Fat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
What?
Not you, the other Fat.
What fat?
Which fat?
The dumb one.
Which fat?
The big oaf.
Which one?
The big oaf? The spaghetti oaf? He's not here.
That's right, Jack. He's not here. Like the American people are not here. Not at the table anymore. Well, now they are. Now they're at the table again with the American people. Eating a good old breakfast.
Breakfast. Sounds good.
Breakfast America.
Most important meal of the day, Jack.
Jack, yeah.
Get your
What'd
engine
your dad
going.
tell you about breakfast? Yeah, what'd your dad tell you about breakfast?
Daddy used to tell me, Joey, he used to tell me, he'd pull me aside. He was a scrappy guy from Scranton, Pennsylvania. Scranton, Pennsylvania. He's a big chap, calloused hands. He'd put that big old hand on my shoulder. He'd say, Joey, aren't you going to eat your breakfast? I'd say, no, Dad. And he'd say, you're not an American. Americans eat their breakfast. Sunny side up. Joey, sit down and eat your breakfast. And I'd say, Dad, I feel like I still am an American, even though I didn't eat breakfast. He'd say, shut up, kid. And he'd cuff me about the head. And that's what the American people need. They need a daddy to show up, slap them upside the head, make them eat their sunny side ups.
Yeah,
you know?
those are good. Yeah.
Scranton justice.
Biden,
That's fucking Scranton justice.
I'm starting to like this Biden more. You know, he's like, America needs to be slapped upside its head. I can get behind that.
The other Biden was Paul all along. Yeah.
Listen, Jack,
So,
I don't appreciate that. That was a stumble in a moment of high stress on the campaign trail. You know, my dad used to tell me about the campaigns.
yeah, what do you say about that?
You don't want to know, Jack.
I don't
want to know.
Do.
You can't handle the truth. Julian Assange might tell you, though, that tattletailing, whistle-blowing piece of shit. We're get him now. We know where he's at. We're going to go in there with guns blazing, flash bangs at the ready. That's right.
Hell yeah. Get him. Facebook bans, misinformation about all vaccines after years of controversy.
Facebook doesn't want you to know the truth. It's clear to me now.
Company will remove posts with false claims, and groups with repeated violations will be shut down. Facebook has banned misinformation about all vaccines following years of harmful, unfounded health. Oh, wait. They're going to shut down all the anti-vax shit on Facebook? Oh, that's going to piss off the fucking boomers, man. I see some sad boomers in the future.
Yeah,
I see some new Parler members, basically.
I have an extended family member that's going to be especially mad about this.
Oh, yeah. A lot of them are. Because there's Scotty, you spied on these people before. They have huge Facebook groups, right?
Dude, their Facebook groups are the most hilarious shit you'll ever fucking read, and also terrifying. Like, because when it's about themselves, like, I have a giant abscess. Would vitamin K and a poultice be the best treatment? And a bunch of people going, no, you need to rub jojoba oil on it. And you're just like, okay. So these groups are terrifying. And I mean, really the crux of it is, and people are going to argue about, is free speech. And now, obviously, I know that you're going to fucking say, a lot of people are going to say, well, it's a private company. But that's you're going to hear these people screaming about free speech soon, because all these groups, like, I had to join them multiple times. They always make you say, like, what do you want? Like, why do you want to join the group? But I always just have like say like shit like, I want to question, you know, like, I have questions about, are vaccines safe? And I'm always approved, because it's like they're thinking, oh, he's about to go down the rabbit hole and realize that vaccines are evil.
Yeah.
So that's basically.
I've never gone as deep as you in the rabbit hole, but I have, like I said, an extended family member that reposts this shit. And I'll go and I'll just like Facebook stalk sometimes, go through my timeline, and it's crazy shit. And there's a lot of people out there that believe this shit. So
Yes.
It's high time that Facebook did something about this shit. I don't care about the freedom of speech implications when it comes to this shit. We don't have freedom of speech online anyway. So if you're going to censor a bunch of people, these are the ones to do it. Go ahead and censor these idiots.
You know why that they're doing it now, finally? Because Facebook was totally fine with it before. I mean, clearly they knew what was going on. Like, these tech companies knew what was going on.
Well, because an ad dollar is an ad dollar, Scotty. You know that as well as I do.
Of course, but now
you got a page that has 1 million eyes on it every day, you know?
But now the government has an incentive, and corporations have an incentive for people to be vaccinated. So suddenly, this will all just dry up. It's like, oh, COVID vaccine. Because they know most people are impressionable. Like, once you everything you hear about vaccines is, oh, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, you have these people be pissed off, but if they have nowhere to gather, those social connections or those threads now where they're connecting is going to be gone. Now, there might be some underground sites that keep doing it.
I love that our public health apparatus has to not only contend against the virus, but it has to contend against like citizens who are like actively trying to like deny science and shit
for different reasons too.
Funny.
For completely different reasons. It's not like just like one strain of misinformation. These anti-vaxxers are one side of this fucking multi-sided die of ridiculous like people that are against the populace during a fucking pandemic.
And all political affiliations, by the way. It runs the gamut with that. With anti-vaxxers, it runs the gamut. There's very conservative ones. There's very liberal, progressive people that are anti-vax. Like,
oh yeah,
it's weird. It's weird. You'll see it in like these like very rural areas, and you also see it in like L.A., in Seattle, in Portland, Oregon, and very like traditional, like these are where the liberals in the country live. So it's an issue that is not something that it's one of the rare things where it's not politics does not put you in a box where you can determine, okay, this is why this issue is happening.
Yeah.
So you're right, Paul. It is for a number of reasons.
It's all over the place. You got Trumpers that think it's fake. You got far leftists that think that vaccines are like a government fucking chip they're trying to implant in you. You got rightists that believe the same shit. I mean, it's
kind of crazy.
No, it really is. It's like, it's crazy when you think about it, how unified people are in their insanity, but they are.
But I mean, isn't that like the perception of reality? Like if everyone believes bullshit, you're kind of crazy for not believing the bullshit at that point. I mean, if you're looking as far as like the perception of the public at large, and I mean, we could be at a tipping point in the society or future societies where people just believe predominantly vaccines are just bad. Like, oh, they're bad. Oh, the diseases, yeah, they're bad. But if you fuck with your body, it's even worse.
Medical Luddites.
Like, we already have plenty of them, dude. It doesn't matter how much information you give them, does it? Like,
cancer,
this will save your life.
You just rub some jojoba oil on it. Just rub some
more
essence of mango on it.
Turmeric. Yeah, turmeric. Yes. Oh, I'll take some turmeric. Eat a vegan diet. Sweat yourself. Come on, dude.
Fuck me.
Yeah, just fucking punk.
I think we've gone from living in idiocracy to living in the mouth of madness. So
yeah,
I don't know. I think we're at that point now in our fucking evolution. What do you think this guy did?
Oh,
okay. If you pulled it, it's got to be some fucking stupid shit, dude. You're not gonna pull like
he fucked a chicken or something. He fucked somebody's pet.
Okay,
he
fucked the pet.
He was caught trying to fuck a pet. I can tell. That's a pet fucker.
He coughed. He's a COVID person. He coughed in somebody's face or was doing some fucked up shit, like licking something.
Yuri Andrade, Super Bowl 55, idiot streaker.
Oh, that dude. Okay.
For trespassing, mugshot release. This is the streaker at the Super Bowl.
Well, I feel bad for painting him as a pet fucker now. He was the most entertaining thing about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, easily. The man in the pink thong swimsuit has been identified as 31-year-old Yuri Andrade. Cops have released his mugshot. Andrade was booked early Monday morning on one count of criminal trespass. His bond was set at $500. He's already been released. Turns out the mostly clothed streaker who busted on the field during the Super Bowl LV, I don't know what that fucking... The Roman numeral was getting too high in Roman numerals for me to fucking know what the fuck it is anymore. Has ties to an infamous YouTuber known for pulling outrageous stunts, one Vitaly Zodorovsky, or whatever the fuck. The prankster, who's run into legal trouble over some of his antics in years past, outed himself as the party responsible, taking to Twitter shortly after, right? We fucking did it. Of course, it was kind of obvious. The streaker was wearing a bathing suit with Vitaly uncensored emblazoned across the front, doing a straight plug for the guy's porn company. Vitaly's been behind other sports streakings before, including one at Champions League finals games.
We need
which
more
featured
of
a
this.
woman.
We need more
Vitaly's
of this.
been busted for tons of dumb stuff too besides this, blah, 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 blah. So here's the...
we need more of this shit, dude. We need more streakers at sports because sports are starting to get real boring now, so...
State trooper, stop this man. Stop this man.
This is an entrepreneur right here. We should be learning something from this dude. We should streak, another big sporting event with deep fat fried shit on,
Yeah. Anyone wants to get in touch? Anyone wants to get in touch with us about a streaking event?
No, let's all do it ourselves. Fuck that. We can't. We can't rely on no underling to do it. They'll cop out at the last minute and steal our money.
Yeah, we need to jump.
We need a mass streak. What we need to do is fucking just find some kind of like televised baseball game, because no one goes to fucking baseball game, so we can fucking buy up the whole fucking arena.
Yeah,
with DFF fans, and then we just all at fucking the pre-designated point,
all
just run out on the. Yeah, we just all run out in the field, fucking naked. It'll be a major news story, like nude mob raids field.
It'll be great. Like think of the chaos, dude. They would bring in every cop in the Tri-County area to fucking process us all. They'd arrest every last one of us. Yeah, we'd all go to jail. It'd be great.
Probably like we probably get a lifetime sporting events ban.
If we fucking had deep fat fried painted all over us, dude. You know how many viewers we'd get. It'd be worth a little stint for fucking trespass or whatever the fuck. Because what can they do if you paid for your ticket into the thing? What can they do? Indecent exposure, trespassing, whatever.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them all. That's what I say. Fuck every last goddamn stinking motherfucking one of them. And besides, how are they going to catch that many naked people? If we got enough DFF fans show up there, they can't fucking catch us all. Yeah, we'll grease ourselves up.
Greased up like a hillbilly hog, dude.
You think any cop is really going to want to even fucking tackle us? A bunch of fat fucking greasy neckbeards? We're going to have our run of that field, guys.
Our little wieners waving around. You can't touch me. You can't me. Woo.
Yeah, the security here has declined to stop these people because on the grounds they do not want to touch those fat, sweaty bodies. Which I can't blame them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The fucking chat's got the idea. We could paint our bodies, lay in formation so that it's the DFF logo from above, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Let's fucking do it.
The whole fucking logo. I mean, that's a tall order, but I think we can fucking do it.
We'd have to have a bunch of greased up naked guys keeping the cops from coming in and busting it up until the news choppers got there.
Yeah.
Once the news choppers got there and we know that there were pictures from the air, then we can let the greased up mob at the gates let the cops in and we can very peacefully be let out,
That's fine, Emily. I mean, it doesn't have to all be dudes.
I don't know.
Oops.
I don't know, man. I think no matter what, we're going to fucking jail, dude. It won't be a big deal. It'll be trespassing.
Dude, with this audience, though, if it's not all dudes, there's probably
there's
probably gonna be problems.
There's a supposed chick named Emily that says that she'll do it.
Let's put it this way. My wife won't be attending this event. Let's put it this way.
Wisely so.
Hey, I trust the neckbeard. I don't
trust a greased up neckbeard any more than a cop does. That's kind of the reason this works,
I trust him. I trust you guys. I believe in you.
You can have a naked Chelsea at this event, TJ?
Hell yeah.
All right.
I don't fucking care.
Well, I'll be there to back you up when you get in a fist fight with somebody because it'll happen pretty quick.
It's all gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
A greased up fist fight.
You gotta have faith in our audience, Paul.
No, you gotta have faith in a greased up neckbeards, dude, and you gotta have faith in them to do what they're gonna do.
Yeah, you have faith. Yeah, well, you know what?
That much grease, that much neckbeard, the sight of a naked woman is gonna send them into a zoo monkey frenzy. You know it. Grease.
'Cause I've got faith of the heart. Just tell everyone to fat before they come, so they're not, super boned up.
Oh, it's not gonna matter, dude.
There'll be people that save up a nut just because you tell them that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, tell them not to load beard me because that never happened.
Contrarian neckbeard fucks.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't fap or whatever the fuck. It's not gonna work.
Man passes away inside Milwaukee apartment, still responsible for next month's rent. You think death is a... Let me ask you this, Paul. Let me ask you this question. Hey,
he's fucking dead.
Scotty, you think you can fucking get out of your obligation? You signed a contract, sir. You signed a lease. You think death is an excuse to not have to pay? Oh, okay.
Life.
Oh, you just because you're conveniently
when he was no more.
Dead,
his contract.
You don't have to. Oh yeah.
Ended.
You don't have to pay the rent just because you're dead.
How can they enforce their contract against him? He's fucking worm food, TJ. Well, they gotta do poke his fucking corpse with a stick.
Oh, I'll tell you what they do. When Deanna Barber got a hold of a letter, hey, hold on. When Deanna Barber got a hold of a letter from her dad's property manager, she couldn't believe what she was reading. Even though he died, he still had to pay rent. Her father, Robert, is a Vietnam War veteran, should say. He died in his sleep inside his Milwaukee apartment days before Christmas. Deanna says her dad's property manager, BG Lean Management, sent her father a letter after he passed away. It stated that he vacated the property. They were withholding the entire security deposit, and he's responsible for rent through January. Deanna tells TMJ4 News she called the company. A representative explained to her that her dad broke his lease by dying. Wow. Yeah.
Can someone let's roll on a fucking guillotine for some people, dude. Like literally, like he broke the lease by dying. No, he didn't break the lease by dying. He's dead. So the agreement you had with him can no longer be enforced because he's no longer alive to enforce the agreement. He can't give you notice of his own death. That's a ridiculous fucking standard. We need to receive 30 days notice of death. How's that possible? No one fucking knows that unless you're gonna murder somebody on an exact date and time.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fucking kill this guy. So he has hey, go get your landlord 30 days so they know. So don't try to fucking charge you rent when you're fucking dead.
This reminds me, I've been watching The Sopranos again recently as my COVID show. And this just reminds me of something that would happen then. Be like, this motherfucker Jimmy Sachs owes me all of this fucking dough. Boss, Jimmy Sachs is fucking dead. I don't give a fuck. Go dig him up. Dig his fucking ass up and put him to work. He owes me. Pull his fucking teeth. It's like, what a dystopia we've created. What a world we live in. How can we not all be stoned and laughing? Every human being in the United States should just get high and give in. Get high and give in.
Apparently, that's actually the law there. Go down, TJ. So I guess so. The laws there are so fucked up. And she's basically
according
saying
to state law, if a tenant dies, his or her lease is terminated either 60 days after the landlord receives notice or the expiration of the term of the rental agreement, whichever comes first.
Fucking ridiculous, dude. What a law written for fucking landlords.
Wow.
You've got to be kidding me. So if someone is dead, their lease, yes, I guess under their law, he broke the lease. So fuck Wisconsin's goddamn laws.
This article. Let's see. Chinese land reform movement was a campaign by the Communist Party leader Mao Zedong during the late phase of the Chinese Civil War in the early People's Republic of China. The campaign involved mass murder of landlords by tenants and land redistribution by the peasantry.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't
the estimated amount of casualties of the movement ranges from hundreds of thousands to millions. In terms of the Communist Party's valuation, Zhao Enlai estimated 830,000 been killed by Mao Zedong. Estimated as many 2 to 3 million were killed.
Interesting.
Class aside, huh? Okay. Mass killings. Oh.
Doodly doo. Isn't history interesting?
Mass killings of landlords. Initial campaign. Height of the landlord purge. Shortly after the founding. Lurch finally left Mao Zedong laying down new guidelines for not correcting excessive. This is weird stuff. Retaliation by landlords. Well, I guess you can do what you want, but more of us than our you. I don't know. But hey, just a thing, little history tidbit. You could fucking maybe take some kind of lesson from. I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were showing that. So it's for history.
I mean, I wanted to add a little history segment, where we talk a little bit about a little historical event. You know what I mean?
It definitely was an interesting rind that you should take a look at.
Yeah, you need a Zhao Zedong, man. You know, fucking hell of a leader. Just saying. You know, just I thought we could use a little historical context, you know, especially.
That rind was particularly like interesting from him.
Yeah.
I liked that rind.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't in Minecraft. I never even advocated a fucking course of action. I was just sharing a little piece of history with you guys.
Shared historical fact.
Yeah. I just wanted to let you know.
Documented history that happened in China. You know, we were just discussing land reforms and how that's happened in history.
Yeah. Investigators still don't know. Oh, wait, I didn't read the headline. More than a dozen feet in shoes have washed up on BC beaches. One case remains unsolved. Okay. Investigators still don't know whose feet were found in the pair of New Balance sneakers on a beach in 2016. Okay. 5 years ago, a grisly discovery was made on Botanical Beach on Vancouver Island. 2 black and blue New Balance sneakers with size 12 feet inside them. It was the latest in a string of cases in which disarticulated feet in shoes were found washed up on beaches around the province, but it remains the only unsolved case. What? I don't understand how. Wait, huh? How is the rest solved, but not that one? Is it like a separate fucking thing? Since 2007, the BC Coroner Service has solved 13 mysteries involving feet and found shoes. Laura Yazid, whatever, a coroner with the service who specializes in identifying remains hopeful clues will emerge to solve the last case. You really just never know what is going to jog through someone's memory to help these cases, she said. The mystery of feet and shoes appearing on BC beaches grabbed the public's attentions beginning in 2007 when a right foot in a sneaker washed up on a beach in Jebediah Island in the Strait of Georgia, north of Parksville. Over the next 11 years, more feet were discovered in a steady progression as theories abounded that remnants were the result of a plane crash or boat crashes or macabre foul play, but none of the cases solved by the BC Coroner Service have involved any nefarious activity. Okay. We have had no cases so far where the feet have been severed by mechanical or non-natural means, she said. Most likely, the feet became separated from the rest of the remains as they decomposed. Instead of sinking, the shoe-encased foot floats and is carried along by ocean currents until it is broken apart or washed up onto a beach. As reports of the shoes and feet grabbed headlines, Yazijan, whatever, said that people most likely began having second thoughts about shoes they may have otherwise dismissed as garbage on the beach. I'm pretty sure there's no unchecked shoes on the beaches of BC now, she said about the influx of cases. Complicating matters and concerning investigators are the multiple hoaxes in which someone has stuffed animal bones into a shoe and set it adrift.
Hey, Fat.
Oh, shit. Yes, Joe. What's up, Mr. President, sir?
I hear you say something about a pair of size 12 feet showed up in a pair of New Balances.
Yeah, I did.
Those would be mine.
That's true.
Those would be mine. Been looking for those. Can you put me in touch with the relevant local authorities so I can get those feet back, Jack?
Whose feet are those?
Those are my feet.
Those are your feet.
I'm pretty sure you have your feet still.
I do not.
No?
I do not. Why do you think I haven't been seen much since I became president, Jack? Lost them feet.
Lost them feet, huh?
Daddy told me I got tired one day, and then I remember
these
something.
Feet washed up on the beach in 2007 or some shit. So.
I got tired on the campaign trail.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. They washed up in 2016.
A man you might remember, Barack Obama. You remember that man?
I remember him. Yeah.
I held that man's hand one time at a barbecue. It was a tender moment.
Did.
I did.
Yeah, that sounds tender.
He looked me in the eye and he said, "Joey, you're the man." And I said, "No, sir. No, sir. Well, you're the man."
Absolutely. But these washed up in the beach in 2016.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I've
trail,
seen
2016.
Yeah. It's 2021, and I'm pretty sure I've seen you with your feet since 2016.
Prosthetics, Jack.
Oh.
What do you think? The elites walk around on stumps? Are you kidding me? Been looking for these feet for 4 years.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're pretty badly decomposed. I don't think they're much use to you anymore.
Listen, Fat. My daddy told me, he said, if you ever find yourself tired, Joey, if your feet feel like they can't go on, you chop them off and you walk on the stumps. That's what I did, Jack. I was at the BC beach.
Dude, Joe's dad, just a font of fucking advice.
I was having a pina colada and I looked down at my feet and I was like, oh man, these weary old feet. And then I remembered what Dad said. Remembered how much like America it was. I lopped those feet off, tossed them right in the drink. Been looking for them ever since.
Well,
the soles of your shoes, much like the soul of this country.
I'll alert the Canadian authorities that they can finally solve this case. Joe Biden's feet.
The Pancakean authorities?
Yeah, absolutely. So I know that we love Rudy. Shut up. We love Rudy Giuliani stories here. I don't know what the fucking story is here, but it involves Giuliani, so I figure it has to be Woolsey. So exclusive. Ukraine releases shock call with Giuliani as Trump's second impeachment trial begins. So I want to. So can we listen to this? Is it in this video? I don't think it is.
Let's see if we can find the fucking call.
It says they released it, so let's just see what the fuck's even about it before we bother looking for it.
All right, let me see if I can find it for you.
Let these investigations go forward. Rudy Giuliani told the presidential headquarters in Kiev, Ukraine, his voice turning impatient. Get someone to investigate this. On the other end of the line, hunched over a speakerphone, 2 Ukrainian officials listened in disbelief as Giuliani demanded probes that could help his client, then President Donald Trump, win another term in office. The 40-minute call, a transcript of which, there's only a transcript, Scotty, was obtained by Time, provides the clearest picture yet of Giuliani's attempt to pressure the Ukrainians on Trump's behalf. The president's personal lawyer toggled between veiled threats, be careful, he warned repeatedly, and promises to help improve Ukraine's relations with Trump. My only motive, it isn't to get anybody in trouble who doesn't deserve to be in trouble, Giuliani said. For our country's sake and your country's sake, we need to get all these facts straight. He added, we fix them and we put it behind us. Of course.
Hey.
Yeah. That makes sense. Just calling foreign countries and being like, hey, look, for the sake of your country and the sake of my country, we just need to get these facts fucking straight, and we can fix this.
Yeah,
we can make this all nice and level, even Steven, Just be careful what you're fucking with here,
Be careful now. Show some fucking respect. Look who you're talking to here. You know whose lawyer I am, okay? Listen, you know what I'm talking about here. I don't gotta go through military numbers with you, but let's just say that we donate a tidy sum to your nation every year, and we expect a return on that investment.
Just trying to shake down the entire Ukraine. Pretty cool.
Hey, why not?
Almost got away with it, too, if it wasn't for those meddling kids,
And their fucking dog. YouTube removes Punjabi songs related to farmers' protest. YouTube has removed a couple of Punjabi songs related to the farmers' protests from its platform following the government order. Some of the songs, including I Lane by Kanwar Grawal, have been removed. YouTube displays a message stating, this content is not available on this country domain due to a legal complaint from the government. However, some users have uploaded the video on YouTube via other channels as well. Last week, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has issued notice to Twitter and asked it to remove over 1,400 accounts believed to be Khalistan and pro-Pakistan handlers. The government said these accounts were used to provoke farmers and stoke violence. So yet another example of big tech, in this case, YouTube, bowing down to government pressure to censor speech.
We must follow the laws in these countries, TJ. We've got to do it. That's the law there. If their law says that they got butthurt, that some people are talking shit about them online and putting up songs, we've got to ban those people and remove them.
By the way, the farmers' protest talked about may have been the biggest single labor protest that ever happened in the history of ever. The actual numbers involved, obviously fluctuate because nobody could put a finger and count every person, but millions of people hit the streets in support of this in a mass labor protest. So, of course, the government is trying to stamp out any evidence of this or anything that could be construed as part of this, because India is in the midst of industrializing and needs a lot of cheap labor and needs its society to live like feudal peasants for a little while longer. So that's what's going on there. That's how that particular part of the world is crumbling.
Yeah, and with the support of American companies that by default take the side of the government of whatever country they happen to be.
India's a big market, dude. Of course, they got. TJ, you think YouTube is going to lose some of the market share they might have lost in India? Can't let that happen.
Can't let a little thing like that stand in the way of YouTube's market dominance, right?
Oh, no.
Well, don't worry, you guys. Help is on the way. Hold the line. QAnon adherents, basically the world's most gullible people at this point, claim Trump will become president again on March 4th. It's coming. It's fucking coming, you guys.
Why is anyone surprised? Dude? If you if you've watched this shit for years.
Trust the plan, Scotty.
Remember the rapture? How many times have people predicted the rapture is coming, the end of the world is coming, and been totally wrong, and just kept milking it? So all I gotta do is March 4th will be like, okay, there'll be another date that's gonna come about. Okay, well, it's Trump's gonna run for re-election. They'll keep coming up with dates, and then it'll be this is gonna happen, or this person that we also like is gonna become president, or they'll just fucking make Biden part of the okay, the forces of evil are winning now, but Biden is gonna be is gonna lose re-election. Or it's only going to be a one-term president, then some other crazy shit's going to happen. Dude, it's just fucking more of the fucking same. People are willing to believe anything. It doesn't matter. I don't you said they're the most gullible people. But dude, they'll keep on believing. They'll find a fucking way. If there's one thing about ignorance, people can find a way to be as ignorant as possible whenever
Scotty,
possible.
Trust the plan, Scotty.
Trust
the plan. Scotty.
Look at how planned it is.
I've heard the plan. The plan's ridiculous. It's like, because I think they grabbed on March 4th because that's when residents used to be sworn in. Obviously, because it took a lot longer back in the fucking 18th century to become president.
Can't wait for your return, President Trump. One believer wrote on a prominent QAnon Telegram channel, hold the line. March 4th can't come soon enough. I agree. I can't wait for fucking March 4th, guys.
Dude, there can be no hope for any of these people. There's no
March
hope
4th
if you're this far gone.
So the March 4th conspiracy theory is rooted in the belief that an obscure act known as the District of Columbia Organic Act of 1871, which QAnon adherents believe transformed the U.S. into a corporation instead of a federal government. While there's no evidence for these claims, the conspiracy theory stems from a misrepresentation of the term municipal corporation. QAnon adherents claim that the 1871 Act effectively means that laws passed after 1871 do not apply to U.S. citizens, and that any president elected after 1871 has been illegitimate.
That sounds like also like an offshoot of like sovereign citizen shit, dude. Like, if you look at the Articles of Confederation, if you look at this fucking stupid act that happened 150 years ago, actually,
the flag that flies behind his court is the Jolly Roger. Why is the man that is set to try against me addressed as an esquire? Esquire is a British naval term of naval rank. Why is there a British naval officer talking to me in a United States court? Why are you flying the Jolly Roger? That so-called flag that flies behind you is a flag of pirates and usurpers.
The White House, in reality, is on foreign land. A QAnon adherent who claims to have military
That's true.
Sources.
We're all on foreign land.
It's on Telegram. Joe Biden is in a foreign land as a prisoner. He is locked in. There will be a new capital in the United States of America as a constitutional republic. This is where we are going, people.
Well, where are you going to put it?
Well, if they believe that, how is Trump going to somehow be different? Because if they feel there's no legitimate president after that, how is Trump going to be a legitimate president? Because they're just going to give it to him?
Yeah. If Trump/military doesn't do anything by March, we have to do something. One QAnon adherent wrote on Telegram. We cannot let this treason win over our country. Hell yeah. Trust the plan, though, guys. Don't take
the plan.
You got to trust the plan. The plan has been amazing thus far, has it not? Like, you've trusted the plan this far, might as well trust it a little further. It's done. I mean, it's paid dividends. You got to admit. You got to trust
the plan.
I just love how fucking
milking the shit out of these QAnon people now. They must be selling them all kinds of shit, like buy a fucking QAnon timeshare.
Dude, I need to start
They're all sporting like tees with multiple printing zones on them. Those are some expensive fucking $30 t-shirts right there that they're sporting.
We need to go start like Xenon or something and fucking start fucking bilking them with some different. You can't trust Q. Look at how many Q predictions were wrong.
Yeah.
Here's the real truth.
Here's the truth.
Xenon.
Yeah, Q was trying to suppress Z.
Z is the real shit. Trump's not going to be re-inaugurated on March 4th. Pfft, that's bullshit. He's not going to get back into power until June 7th. Every fucking true Trump fan knows that.
I do not subscribe to your corporate fiction, Scotty.
Nor should you.
Your laws do not pertain to me, for they were not made for the so-called all caps man in which I designate myself. This name that you try to label me with is my slave name.
This is a beautiful story.
What is this?
This is our final story, by the way.
This is a Robinson Crusoe shit.
Stranded on deserted island. They lived on coconuts for 33 days, Coast Guard says.
Oh, dude, it's like it's fucking Gilligan's Island really happened.
Yeah, 2 men and women were rescued from a deserted island on Tuesday after surviving on coconuts, conch, and rats for 33 days. The Coast Guard spotted people waving makeshift flags on Monday as it was on a routine air patrol of the waters around Anguilla Cay in a chain of islands between the Lower Keys and Cuba. We were alerted to them by flags that they actually had in addition to a large cross they put there themselves. The Coast Guard picked up the case as a rescue mission, returned to drop water, food, and radio to them on Monday. The rescue was delayed 24 hours due to bad weather. A helicopter crew picked them up on Tuesday, flew them to the Lower Keys Medical Center. None of them appeared seriously hurt. Alert told ABC News the group appeared dehydrated, fatigued, and in dire straits due to the lack of fresh water on the island. Yeah, that's
dude. Talk about some lucky motherfuckers, dude.
See a little video. Sorry, I don't. I'll just mute that.
So is this them like dropping supplies to them and shit?
Yeah, I think they're doing a little supply drop there to the island. Oh yeah, that's just a little fucking. Oh yeah, there's nothing on that island.
It's got to be at least a decent sized island. I mean, I mean, dude, the island at least had coconut and rats and shit for them to eat. So there was something. Because I mean, that's conch, a long time to survive. Yeah, conch too. Yeah, it's like that's a long time to survive in the wilderness for someone who's not prepared to do so.
True.
Does not look like a very hospitable island.
No.
Fuck no.
No island is hospitable if there's no like settlement on it and no way off of it.
I mean, I guess there was at least coconuts.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There was at least some shit. So, you know, like, I mean, they wouldn't be able to survive that long otherwise, but they look miserable as fuck. God damn. That's incredible they survived though. That really is, that's like fucking make it into a movie kind of shit right there. Because most people that go out to sea and have like, I'm guessing there was a problem with their boat or they drifted off too far away.
I think they were Cuban. They were Cubans. They might have been trying to get to the US or something.
Okay, so they're trying to float to the US. Then, for
maybe.
sure.
Maybe.
Could be. I don't know if that's
does it really matter?
Cuban national. No, not really.
Yeah, they were transferred to ice afterwards, so yeah.
Poor bastards.
Oh fuck. Out of the frying pan into the fire, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Oh.
And that is the news, guys.
Yeah, double good.
That's the news. We're good. That's
pretty good
ride.
stuff happening. A lot of good stuff happening out there, guys.
Oh man, it was horrible.
You said this is the only news source that people have, TJ, right? You said some people said that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, TJ, you got a double mask, TJ. I didn't see you double masking recently. I saw you, you go out, TJ. You had one of those fucking mesh masks on. We're taking
double
mask
from now on. Yep, from now on, double mask.
Actually, I want you personally to fucking triple mask, TJ.
Triple mask, no problem. Quadruple. I'll just fucking go right. I'll just go ahead and fucking make myself. I'll just fucking wrap a giant fucking comforter around my face so there's no fucking possibility of any fucking coronavirus getting out.
See that you do that.
Absolutely.
Put a fucking fishbowl and duct tape it to your head just to be extra safe.